Giggity, and we're biggity. You know, Don Lemon back in the dough. Now they got this dude who claims that he's a family friend of the Wells family, and it's gonna get kind of heated on the Don Lemon show. You know, I'm Jay Lava. I scour the internet so that you don't have to. So, by special request of all my peoples, we gonna get into this interview real quick. You know. Let's see what. Go ahead, Don. Bust it down.
Let them know that this is going to be a really an interesting one. I think we're going to learn a lot about what's happening in Mississippi, where Nolan Wells is from. We're going to learn a lot about the community, a lot about his family, a lot about his friends. It may surprise you. We're going to speak to someone who knows the family and knows the community, someone who works there. So here we go. Hit the like and the thumbs up, the first order of business. It does affect the algorithm. More people become aware of our conversation and our channel. So make sure you hit that and support independent journalism, support the channel, okay? So good morning, everybody. Welcome, Lemon Nation. 10 a.m. Hot Topics here on the East Coast. Now, I've been thinking a lot about this Nolan Wells case again. You guys know I think about it all the time. I promised that I would bring answers to you and everything. I've been thinking a lot about what happened, not because I think I know what happened. I don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. You don't know what happened. Nobody knows what happened. The sheriff doesn't know yet. There wouldn't still be an investigation if the sheriff knew. The district attorney doesn't know, or there wouldn't be a grand jury happening. And so that's where I want to start this morning, and then get you to this friend as quickly as I can, but I need to give you a backstory, all right? Because somewhere along the way, not just in this case, but in this country, we started acting like not knowing is some kind of weakness if you don't know something.
Right.
And if you've ever been in a relationship or a serious one, especially with the man upstairs, you know, not knowing sometimes is part of it. That's what faith is about. You have to have faith in the investigators. And I know that we don't have that at this point, but that's why we keep doing this and we keep pressing, okay? It's not some kind of weakness. It really isn't. Sometimes I don't know is the most honest sentence that you can say.
Right.
Now, look at what happened here. You have an 18-year-old young man. He disappears. His family is desperate for some answers, right? Pittsburgh, welcome. Thank you, Robin, praying for the family. Volunteers start searching for things. Hello, Michigan. Welcome. Attorneys get involved. And before very long, millions of people who have never been to Horn Island are convinced that they know exactly what happened. Brooklyn. They know. They feel like they do. How? That's the question. How do you know that? Last night, we spent a very good part of the show walking through the United Cajun Navy's timeline report. It's a very good report. First of all, let's give people credit where credit is due. If you look at some of the pictures, and this is some of the report that we're going to put. Look at that, some of the pictures, and they're annotated, and it's great. Nobody told them that they had to do this. Nobody assigned them this job. These are volunteers, right? We have to remember people are involved here, and they're giving their time and their resources. They gathered tips that came into their organization. They looked at photographs. They looked at videos. They looked at witness accounts. They Googled Earth imagery, marine navigation software. They tried to organize it into something investigators and frankly all of us could actually follow. So that's different from solving a case. It is trying to understand one is what they're doing. And there's a huge difference. And I wish we had spent more time talking about that difference. We did. I tried to tell you guys, spent more time talking about that difference because the coffee's good this morning. Because organizing information isn't the same thing as proving a theory. Birmingham, Alabama, Jacksonville, Florida, Georgia. I see you guys in there. Thank you very much. Patricia Bruce from Georgia. That's true in this case. It's true in life. Houston. It says, here's what we have been able to put together. That's what it says, Lake Charles, Louisiana. It says, here's what we've been able to put together. There's humility in that. And I respect humility. There's humanity in that, Bahamas, Las Vegas in the house, especially now, because humility seems to be disappearing in this current culture. We have confidence everywhere. Everyone thinks that they know everything. I'm so confident I know this. Humility, not so much. So scroll through social media for just 5 minutes, if you dare. Everybody knows. Everybody's certain. Right? Fort Worth, Annie Lowe, everybody knows everything. Everybody has a smoking gun. Everybody has the motive. Everybody has the timeline. Everybody has the villain in the case. Really? Really? Everybody knows everything. As you hit the like and the thumbs up this morning, Kansas. Good morning, Amelia Johnson. Because the people actually responsible for finding out what happened, they are still working on this case. Hopefully, knock wood, as they say. Let's hope they're still working on this case. They ought to be working on this case, and that ought to tell us something. And maybe that's the bigger story here. And maybe the bigger story in this particular place is that the bigger story, of course, it's all about Nolan Wells, but it's also about where we are right now, right? It's about us. It's about how we process information.
Yeah. Hey,
It's
you
about
know what?
how we decide what's true. Or
I was just thinking the same thing. Shout out. Who said that? Yeah, Mr. Duckman. Duck Mallard. Hey, I was thinking the same thing. Like, who and what are you exactly talking about, Don?
maybe more accurately, how we decide what we're willing to believe. Humility says equals weakness.
I think we said not equals.
Not equals weakness. Well, that's why I need to put my glasses on. Thank you, Andy. Don, you're right. Not knowing is part of learning. Jamie Wolf, hi, sir. Learning, not leaning. I know what you meant, Jamie. We love you. So think about the last several years. That's why I want to bring this around to what's happening in our culture. It's playing out in this case. Last night I was like, I've cracked the code. Not that I've cracked the case, but I've cracked the code. I have figured out why we are where we are. Think about what's happening. COVID, millions of Americans were told not to trust doctors. It is flu. It's just going to go away. The scientists don't know what they're talking about. I mean, look at what's happening with Dr. Anthony Fauci right now. Not to trust public health officials. You see where I'm going with this? Because I've said I'm going to crack the code. Why is this capturing attention? And wait till today. Oh my gosh. I'm going to interview someone today. I don't know when I'm going to run it. But Eddie Glaude is going to come to my studio today, and we're going to talk about why this case has captured America's hearts, especially African Americans, what it means for race. We're going to talk about that. But think about, I knew I was going to. Mama didn't raise no fool. I was going to crack the code about why. And so you had all that COVID stuff. Then came the election. Millions were told not to trust election workers. They said, don't trust judges. They said, don't trust the courts. Then January 6th happened, right? And then the economy. And then you had all these crime statistics. You had the jobs reports. You had artificial intelligence. So you can pick almost any major issue. The argument usually isn't about the conclusion anymore. It's about whether the evidence counts at all. That's new. Or at least it feels new, right? It feels like novel, like the novel coronavirus. It feels new. We've always disagreed, though. America was built on disagreement, but disagreement used to begin after we accepted a common set of facts. Now we argue about whether facts are facts. That's a whole different country, right? That's not one built on disagreements. That's one on like, hey, look, we don't even know what the fact is. That we're in trouble now that is happening. Now, let's bring that back to Nolan Wells. And let me explain to you, and I explained some of this yesterday. The sheriff says something, and then some people dismiss it immediately. Then Ben Crump says something, then other people dismiss that immediately. And others come on board. You got, Al Sharpton, you have Terrell Owens on here. Folks, and then all of a sudden, they don't believe it. Christine Wells, the mom, says something. Instead of simply hearing a grieving mother, strangers began analyzing her interviews. They began questioning her motives. They began criticizing her emotions. And then those teenagers who said that they're the friends, that's what they say. Those teenagers speak, then the same thing. The United Cajun Navy releases a timeline. People don't just ask, what does it show? They ask, does it prove what I already believe? That's a completely different question. And it is a very dangerous question. And it is a question that some people don't even realize that they're asking themselves. Because once we start looking for evidence that projects, or protects, I should say, that protects our opinions, instead of opinions that fit the evidence, then we're not investigating anymore. That's like confirmation bias. And we're sort of campaigning for what we want to happen. Those are two very different things. So I don't know what happened to Nolan Wells. You don't know what happened to Nolan Wells, but I do know this, that it deserves an investigation, that his family deserves an investigation, that even those teenagers, they deserve an investigation. Rightfully, wrongfully, whatever they did, nothing or something. The public deserves an investigation because the public servants work for you. And they're supposed to keep us informed. And that is not happening.
Right.
It's not a popularity contest. It's not a social media trial. It's an investigation. Those are not the same things, okay? So what does an investigation actually look like? It's not television. Investigation is not TikTok. It's not on YouTube, right? Where we're watching, or on Substack, or on Twitch, or whatever you're following us on, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify. It's not that. It isn't nearly as exciting as people think. It's actually kind of boring if you actually think about what investigators do. And that's probably why so many people have a hard time waiting for information, because investigations aren't built on dramatic moments. They're built on details. One witness, one photograph, one interview, one phone record, one timeline. Then somebody asks a question. Does this match that? And if it doesn't, why not? If it does, what does that tell us? And then we keep going. Okay? And so that's what I saw in that Cajun Navy report. Not a group of people saying we solved it, a group of people saying, here's everything that we have been able to collect. Here's how it might fit together. And that is different. It's a working document. It's not a verdict. And you know what else? How you solve things. You get to know the people who are involved, with the families, the people who know each other. Okay?
Now he finna bring this fake ass family friend on.
Know those folks. You interview them. You speak with them. You have a conversation with them.
He think he doing this big one right now,
and that
too.
is what we're going to do with this gentleman right here. His name is Emmanuel Cuttenwith. Now, I don't know if you've seen some of his videos. He's here with us live. This is one of his videos. Check it out. And then a word from our sponsors.
See, here's a lot of things that the people in the back of the room don't know. Yes, us locals, we are privy to a lot of things because we know these people. I gave Nolan his first haircut.
And?
I know his parents.
Okay.
Been knowing them for years.
Yep.
Been knowing his mom since she was like in high school.
Okay.
I'm real good friends with her family.
Right.
So here's the deal.
Right.
When that video came out, and you hear them people on there talking, that lady dug up and went and researched and brought up the sounds. The truth is this. If that video is legit, it's a few people in trouble. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Now see, this is the stuff that you gotta wait for. This type of evidence, right? Now, I'm gonna help you out here. Alright? I hear Bart and them parents are suing. Bart's name was mentioned.
Because Bart's name was on that tape.
Okay. Well, I asked one of his friends,
and
who was a black guy,
ooh,
about Bart a few days ago.
And what he said?
And they said that Bart was cleared already.
Ooh. Man, if they don't stop putting these little, where do they grow these Negroes at? Why do they got a plethora of Negroes ready to come out and tell us, well, we don't know? Well, you know what? I had talked to Bart, one of Bart's black friends, and he said Bart good to go. Yeah, that's right. Ain't nothing wrong with Bart now. I'm trying to tell you. Ain't nothing wrong with Bart. What, man, boy, if you don't shut up. So y'all can already see how this interview finna go.
And according to the black people, they cleared Bart. I don't even know if the police cleared Bart.
What black people?
But it sounds like the black people that's involved cleared Bart.
The black people's involved in clear Bart. Like you got some aha got you moment, fam. What are you talking about? And then why is it that all of they little fake representatives be swearing up and down that they could speak for black people? Like, what are you talking about, bro?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What are you talking about? Jeez, Louise. These guys.
They said Bart ain't had nothing to do with it. But Bart's name is all over that tape. But if these black guys are telling the truth, then guess what? You see why his daddy's suing. And
What?
that's what I'm saying, people. You can't just be
Bro,
so
what are you
quick
talking about, man?
to just do this type stuff, man. This stuff take time, bro. Investigation. I'm gonna tell you something, man. By the time it's all said and done, half of Ocean Springs might be going to prison, or half of Ocean Springs might be going on a vacation.
What?
You don't know yet.
Bro, what
So
are you
just
talking
chill.
about, man?
And like I said, I know these people. I know they family. All right, we all been knowing each other.
Oh my God.
So ain't nobody on here taking up for nobody. I'm not looking out. I'm not looking out for nobody on here. I'm only speaking what I think is best to be spoken to keep the peace until the facts come out.
You know
What?
what every entrepreneur tells themselves? Oh,
Bro, what are you talking about,
I'll just
man?
do it myself. I'll answer the email.
Man.
I'll build a website.
Had met this next
So y'all finna see how this interview finna go right off the top. Y'all hear this dude right now.
gentleman under better circumstances, because I'm happy to meet him, but I understand the times that we're in and the circumstances in which we're speaking. And that was a gentleman that you were seeing before we went to our sponsored break. His name is Emmanuel Cuttenwith. And he has been doing
Emmanuel
videos on
Cuttenwith.
this on his social media, but also I should say he knows the people involved. He says he's known them for years and that he gave Nolan his first haircut. He knows the family. So Mr. Cuttenwith, welcome. Thank you for joining the Don Lemon Show this morning. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Hey, I'm glad to be here.
Hey, I'm finna say this right off the top. If your qualifier is I gave Nolan his first haircut, you already done lost me. Nigga, you could have gave him his first haircut at 5. What are you talking about? You could have gave him his first haircut before they moved where they move right now. You don't even really know them folks like that. What do you that's your qualifier? I gave Nolan his first haircut. Nah, I knows me some Nolan now. First haircut? Yeah, I did. Wait, what? When he got his first haircut? 4? 3, 4, 5? I'm just saying. If that's your qualifier, fam, you done lost me already. Anyway, let's keep going.
With you, just to clarify something, the Cutting With, that's my social media name, Cutting With E. So you could, my first name is Emmanuel, but that's my social media, Cutting With E on YouTube and IG and Facebook and all of that. But yeah, but I appreciate you guys having me on, man.
Right.
So talk to me about, thank you for clarifying that, but we want to make sure that you get people know who you are, that they are on your social media and they watch because you have some good stuff, and also if they're there that they give you some business. I think that's fair in this.
He can't have no good stuff talking the
So
stuff
talk
he's
to
been
me,
talking.
Emmanuel, how do you know Nolan? Let's start with how you know Nolan Wells and his family.
Okay, well, I've been knowing his mom since she was like in high school and whatnot.
Here we go.
But I can't.
That's high school, cuz. You look sitting up here looking like the Mexican Kris Kringle right now. That how many years ago was that? Brother man. How many years ago was that, fam? I knew it mother in high school. Yep, I used to sit behind her in French class. Yep. Did you ever talk to her? No. But one time when I was turning in the paper, I had bumped into her desk. Shut up. God.
And his stepfather, we still work out in the same gym together right now. And
we still work out in the same gym. I'll be seeing him sometime when he comes to the gym. Yep, he be over there on them weights over there. I just be over here drinking a smoothie. Have you ever spotted the man? Have you ever? No, I ain't never. I ain't never said nothing to him though. But yeah, man, I'm good friend with them. Mm-hmm. Already.
I came to know Nolan through his she had this lady babysitting him, and I'm real good friends with her son Bingo. And they would bring him
Welcome,
around,
V.
bring him to my barbershop all the time. And I gave him his first haircut, and we used to have him to say every time he would leave, we would say, "What's your name?" And he would say, "Nolan Wells," and we all
Not you trying to look back in the distance nostalgically on a haircut you gave when he was 5. I told y'all it was 5. When did he used to say Nolan Wells like that? When he was 5? The boy 18, 19 now. This dude is tripping. He trying to look back like an uncle who had a nephew that he used to play football with or something. Boy, you cut his hair. Get out of here.
I used to laugh at it. We used to make him say his name every single time, man. He was a
This nigga's clout chasing. This nigga is clout chiggity acing.
funny little kid, man. That was what was up, though. But yeah, that's how I came to first know him,
Yeah. And over the years, you watched him grow up?
Yeah, I watched him grow. I didn't see him for a period of time, and then he became a football player, and I used to go to his games and watch him play.
Exactly. Exactly. You don't know him. For a period of time. How about his whole natural damn life? Because guess what? The hairstyle he got right now, he wasn't getting no haircuts. He's probably lining himself up at the crib. And look at him still trying to look back on the reminiscent side of the game. Boy, if you don't stop.
All the time. And, and his dad was a football player as well out of Morris Point. He went up to Mississippi State. And so I knew he was going to be a stellar athlete. You know what I'm saying? His dad working with him every day the way he was, everybody that come through his dad's training and stuff like that, all be pretty good athletes, And Nolan wasn't no difference. He was good. He was a great athlete. Had NFL potential, man. Had the right size and everything.
Yeah. So what is it like there? Wait, hold on. Before I get there, do you know the other kids involved? Do you know some of the friends?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Hold on.
How do you know them?
Is it me, or does it seem like Don Lemon is leading the questions? It's a lot of assumptiveness going on here. If this was a persuasive essay, they would fail. I'm not convinced that you know Nolan or the family. You might have cut his hair back when haircuts was $5 when he was 3, 4, 5. But you ain't seen nothing but a touchdown from that dude at a football game. You don't know them. You don't know him. He don't.
With the recent ones that was on like TMZ, I spoke with him Friday night. I know one of the white guys and one of the pitchers, where it's quite a few of them, not one of the 3 on the boat. They were all in a collective group there. And me and his father, we're very good friends. We get up and have lunch about 2 or 3 times a week currently.
You lie.
Listen, man, I want to say this.
Hold on.
I know it.
Hold on. Let me go back. Did he say father or stepfather? Wait a minute.
With the recent ones that was on like TMZ, I spoke with him Friday night. I know one of the white guys and one of the pitchers, where it's quite a few of them, not one of the 3 on the boat. They were all in a collective group there. And me and his father, we're very good friends. We get up and have lunch about 2 or 3 times a week currently.
Now, it was to my understanding that is the current dude Nolan's real father or no? Yeah, why is he looking all in the sky? Because he's trying to recollect some BS. He trying to recollect probably something he said in another interview, trying to keep the story straight. Yeah, you could tell he's a cornball.
Listen, man, I want to say this to you. I know it's probably not following your questionnaires, but that is a problem that we're having here.
What's that?
There's a lot of blacks right along with a lot of whites that are having this problem. When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came,
when you hear a so-called looking black person say blacks, you gotta, it's automatic side eye. It's all automatic side eye season.
To our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down here and start saying that our state is prejudiced. This is prejudiced place. This is the state that lynched and killed Emmett Till.
It is.
Well, that was 71 years ago.
And
Emmett Till was killed for looking and whistling at a white woman.
No, he was not. He was killed because a white woman decided to lie on him and say he did something. He that ain't why he was killed. He was killed because they some evil racist demons that wanted to terrorize a child. That's why. What are you talking about, bro?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
These days, it's so many blacks having babies with white people.
And
white men are marrying black women down here. We have so many sandy brown haired mixed babies running around down here. We are a gumbo down here. And another thing,
we a gumbo.
We are
we are gumbos down here now. And we's just a mix and a bunch of the bunch down here now. Yous can't come down here and tell us how we's doing this down here. Oh my God. Why is he lost all in every type of sauce, Aaron? Gumbo. He has a white wife. Oh, it's safe to say. Mike, it's safe to say. It's safe to say. I'm almost certainly certain. I'm almost certainly certain. Casey Kasem certainly certain. Yeah.
Military community. That's how we got here. My dad is originally from Louisiana and my mom's New Orleans. And my dad was military. That's how I got here, through Keishler. And so we have Navy bases here, and
he might be biracial. I think that's what I'm getting from it. He might be a little on the biracial side of the game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my biracials, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody's confusion, but this guy, he might be.
Air Force bases here. That's what we are. And it's a gumbo. Everybody, white people, try their best to not ruffle the feathers of black people, and black people try their best not to ruffle the feathers of white people for the majority. So when Ben Crump come to this town and start saying things like that, he's alienating these people, and he's getting pushback now. That's why he's getting all this pushback, and it's going to me, it's hurting the whole entire investigation, which is why he's probably not getting a lot of help from people. To me, that's the deal. To me now, you cannot come in here and tell us how racist we are. Well, these people showing you how they hate you doing that type of stuff in our community, and he's going to get this type of pushback that he's getting.
Do he sound a lot like Tristan or what? Like, what's up with these dudes? What the hell? What? Yeah, he sound like a good dude until he end up like Nolan. I bet you he do. He sound just like the good dude that you want to gaffle up, don't you? You love them when they sound like that, don't you? I bet you do. Nah, I don't know if he a family friend after watching this video. All I'm saying is, yeah, I bet you he do sound like good people. He the type of dude that's gonna go out with all of his white homeboys on the boat and not come back. Him. And then, we're gonna be going through the case and we're gonna be pulling up old tweets and old Facebook posts of him saying real reckless stuff about black people. Cause I know that's not too far. You can almost tell what his friend group is. He's okay with a few Negro jokes. He laughs too. He thinks they're funny.
Okay, can I jump in here?
Go ahead.
Please.
Okay. Now, look, I'm from Louisiana, so I know there's lots of mix. I mean, we are all, that's what Creole and mulatto is about. We've been mixing it up. We invented mixing it up in Louisiana, so I understand what you're saying. But that doesn't end racism. Sometimes it heightens it, right? Because then there's a hierarchy, and then there's colorism, and then people say, well, I can't be racist because I'm married to a white person or whatever, or I'm married to a black person, and we know that that's not true. The other thing that sounds like, though, and I just want to put this here, I'm not trying to insult you, is like, it kind of sounds like back in the civil rights movement when people would say these outside agitators are coming here and telling us what to do and we don't want race mixing here.
Dang, Don. Don gave it right to him. That's exactly what he said. Old Bojangles face ass.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I understand how people may feel, but sometimes, I just want you to take this into account. Sometimes it takes, and I'm not saying they're doing this, but just to think about this, sometimes it takes someone who comes from the outside to hold up a mirror so that you can see what's happening, because sometimes you're too close for the forest to see the trees. All right.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that doesn't exist, that people shouldn't feel that way, but I think that people should have an open mind about it, because that's what civil rights leaders did back in the day.
Well,
okay, go on.
We do. I'm for them coming to find justice, but you cannot walk into this town claiming it's racism. All these.
What's wrong with you, bruh? You just can't walk into this town's here now and be screaming that racism's now. Cause you's gonna alienate a bunch of my
friends. Same state that killed Emmett Till. These racist white people. When
you know what? You can tell who his friend group is, because most white supremacists got to stick up their butt about Emmett Till and the civil rights movement, and you could he's pandering right now. Emmett Till is so old, fam. There's other things that happened in Mississippi. Heck, there's like 4 other cases that I just recently covered that just happened in Mississippi. Mississippi is where the little boy got shot in the car at the Walmart. That just happened. That ain't going nowhere. It was just a sister found hung at a vacation property just the other day. There was other boys that got drowned just like Nolan. All in Mississippi. So for this dude to sit, Don's very irritated by this guy. Who wouldn't be? He sounds like a step and all the fetch it.
I was at the funeral. That eulogy had to be, and just so I'll set it up, you can see this is his obituary. So that eulogy had to be the hardest.
I was there. I swear, look at me. I got the eulogy now. Just like I used to cut his hair back when he was 4-5 years old. Believe me, I got the eulogy. Shut up. Everything about him seems very, very, very forced and very fake. Like he was put out here, just like the other ones. Why do they have the same concurrent message? Racism? What you talking about that the racism? Ain't no racism down here in Mississippi. You can't be coming down here to my town talking about just a racism. Racism.
eulogy for Al Sharpton. When you walked in this church and you saw 30% of the church is white. These are his friends. These are all the people he hang out with. Here's what I'm saying, Don. It's like in this generation, it's like we're still charging cases like we're in the 60s.
My ninja, they still talking about the cost, my guy. We have to relive 9/11 every year. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, my friend? My friend. You can tell this is like little he the next up on the devil's list. For real, for real. Boy, Tatum done started something. Boy, he got all these boys. He got all these boys out here thinking cooning is the way to go.
Something happens here. I'm not saying a white man did not kill Nolan. What I'm saying is,
well, we don't know that. I'm not going there.
Yeah,
that's not
I'm
what
saying,
I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying it could be over something else. It may be over a girl. Why does race have to lead every time? Why are we leading?
Shut up. Because even in saying it's over a girl, it's still alluded to race, because the only reason they wouldn't like that Nolan was with a girl is because he's the black dude. Like, people try all of this tiptoe, gerrymander, ring around the rosy. Let's find every way we can to not put race in it. Race, don't put that in there. Oh no. Now. Race? Nope. We got to stamp that out. Nope. Nope. Race don't belong in here. What you talking about, the race? Nope. I ain't seen race. Race ain't existed. I can't tell you the last time I seen race. What is this avoid? Man, he is trying to get some YT Flower Ranger premium snow roach cooch. That's what he wants.
This investigation with race, because that's where you're upsetting everybody at, is when you're saying race.
Yeah, now I'm trying to get me some, but I can't get me none if y'all got all the snow queens looking at me like I'm looking at them like they guilty or something. See, that's y'all problem. Y'all can't be just looking at all the white folks like they did something. That was just them white folks. And we don't even know if they did something. Let's wait for the evidence. This dude is pandering hard to get some draws. This dude wants panties. This is panty talk. Now look, if y'all keeps going on like this, I ain't gonna be able to get nothing. It's already hard because I'm black. I don't need y'all stirring up the good troubles.
When he's been hanging with them same white guys all his life. And
I have an explanation for it.
He been hanging with them all his life. They loved it, Nolan. They couldn't possibly harm some Nolan. And you just can't think of white people like that now. See, that's what they really want to say. Y'all just can't think of white people like that now. They's gonna get us if y'all keep thinking about white people like that now. Boy, shut your quiet on the creek throat ass up. Straight up. This guy, he's going the extra coonologist mile to reach the maximum level of coonicity.
For you about why, possibly. Because when the photographs came out initially, it was just Nolan with all white people. right? And he's and so the world, this is not just Ben Crump. The family asked Ben Crump to come in. It's not like he volunteered to do this, okay? So, and not that I'm defending Ben Crump. I'm just sort of explaining to you why why people think race is involved or why it's involved. First of all, let's just be honest, Emmanuel. We know the history of the country. We do know the history of Mississippi. And one of the best indicators of what the present is and possibly the future is the history. Right? Of something. The history of your medical thing. You heard Al Sharpton say that at the funeral. When you go into the doctor and you say, this hurts or I have this ailment, and they go, what medication are you taking? What's your family's medical history? Okay, so you have that history in Mississippi. Not everybody lives in Mississippi. And so the people who are on the internet, the people who don't live in Mississippi, they see a black guy with all white guys and they go, oh, he's the only one that didn't come home. The history of Mississippi, blah, blah, blah. So people start putting two and two together, and that's why race is involved in this, because that is the history of America. Now, whether race played a role in his demise, no one knows it.
I'm saying no matter what, race played a role in his demise. I don't give a good goddamn how y'all try to spend it. Come on, man. They got him at the girl because it was about race. They didn't call the ambulance because it was about race. They dumped his body because it was about race. Because you want to know what? They wouldn't have done their little white homeboy like that. So stop. I don't know why everybody's trying to wiggle out of the race. Yeah, it's about, I know why Don's trying to wriggle out of the race, because you don't want to be looking at your husband upside the head when y'all go on vacation. See, Don and him got something in common. Let's get that out there. Him and Don got something in common. Him and Don got to go home and look at them spouses. And they need an easy way ouses. Well, honey, I don't mean all white people. Well, Don, you were talking pretty strong on your show today. Is that what you think, Don? No, honey. I don't think all white people. And then that's not allowing people to actually be genuine. Say you just ain't gonna feel it if you ain't got the melanin to feel it. And that, it's like I tell you all the time, it's the yin and the yang of this, okay? As much as we out here for love, life, loyalty, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, there's always going to be those there on chaos, destruction, mayhem, murder, pillage, plunder, demon, everything. And this dude right here is auditioning for some Becky Buns, and this dude right here is getting smashed by Ken Buns at the crib. So they're gone. They're not going to be able to say it like it's supposed to be said.
No one knows that, but there is no denying that race plays a part in this case simply because of the optics. That's where the race part came in. That may be offensive to some people there, but the truth is often offensive. That is the...
You know what? He said I didn't think he was going to go there, but he went there. But I still stand on everything I said, because he been definitely fence riding. Right, but he's correct though. He did say it like it needed to be said. It's just the optics, man. The optics, dog. It's the optics, dog.
Reality in America. Yeah, yes, sir. You can ask me. We're here to have a conversation.
Okay. When Emmett Till was killed in 1955, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. He died for whistling and simply looking at a white woman. Now we have went from there to making babies with these white women. When does that go?
I told you it was about the draws. I told you it was about the panties. I done went to making babies with them now. I got me's a beggars at home right now. How you's gonna tell me it ain't different? Who's gonna tell me it ain't better? I got me a big old beggar at the crib right now. I've got one right now. You ain't gonna tell me it ain't changed. We used to get killed for just whistling at them now. And now look at me, I got one right now. This, man, I told y'all. This dude is on American Mayo Buns Idol. This guy.
Out of the window for as, this racial component of Mississippi history years ago. How can we accept that history when it comes to
you can accept it by acknowledging the problem. You accept it by acknowledging the problem and acknowledging the reality of the history of the country.
You know what? I'm finna stop. You know what? I'm finna stop beating up on Don too much. Cause you know what? Don, it ain't like he be biting his tongue on the black side of the game too much. Right? He might be wishy-washy on which way he want to go, like the case and calling it this and calling it that. I could get that. But his reaction time on the blackety black side of the game, I might have to stop doing that. Cause my thing is this. I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all. This is 100. I don't care who you love. If the Mayo Buns is your thing, that's your thing. So what? Just don't wake up confused, my nigga. Just don't wake up and act like just because you sliding, you know what I'm saying, in the cottage cheese, that you automatically on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't like you done abandon the team cause you got some sour cream on the side. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying though? Like, love who you love, my nigga. We grown, man. Like who like you. Whoever love your little raggedy self, like them. Mike, thank you. I appreciate that. Listen. Let me look y'all in the eye while I'm saying it. This is real. This is real, y'all. Love who you love. If she like your dirty draws, cuz, and she might happen to put, you know what I'm saying, raisins in the potato salad, that's your boo. Just make sure she don't bring no dish with her to the joint when you bring her. You know what I'm saying? Teach her how to play spades. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool. But don't go get the white girl and all of a sudden you done elevated from blackness. You done elevated from blackness. And now you think you can tell everybody else what to do. Nah, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If condensed milk is your thing, you know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. I'm just being funny. But the only reason I say that, though, because I got homeboys with white women that I love. I love them. They're the homie. Okay? So, like, but them niggas don't wake up. Carlton Banks. Well, Carlton was a writer. Bryant Gumbel. You know what I'm saying? They don't wake up like that. That's a lesson for you dudes, too. If the white girl's what you choose, that's fine. Just stay black, brother. Stay black. Stay black, brother. Stay black. Anyway. Let's go ahead and keep getting this little interview in. That was just a little public service announcement, you know. Love who you love, you know. And you shall not be judged. Stand on your milk of magnesia. This mine. You better pack them patty cake buns, boy. The hell? Don't let deny your boo. Wayne Brady. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Don't wake up Wayne Brady. I like that, Raj. Straight up. Just stay black, brother. That's all. That's all I did. That's all you got to do. Now, you know, the conversations that you got to have at the crib about your blackness and what her understanding is and what y'all need to, that's your thing. Stay black, brother. Stay black. That's all you got to do, brother. That's it. That's it. If I could just give you any advice, brother, just stay black. This brother's having a hard time doing that.
You accept it by saying, I understand why people think race is involved. I understand why, right.
I understand why people do it, but what I'm saying is it a fair assessment for us to live here
it's a fair assessment.
We have nothing but a bunch of we have nothing but mixed kids running around down here.
But just because you have mixed kids,
I ain't got nothing but mixed babies running.
Oh my God, y'all. This guy. Oh my God. Ooh, this boy said, I ain't got nothing but that's all we got now. It's your mixed babies. And I'm trying to mix you more. And y'all stirring up the pot now.
Because you have mixed kids, it doesn't mean that you're not racist.
But
it doesn't mean that
dying now. Back then they died for looking at her. Now we're sleeping with
let me ask you
having
this.
kids and nobody.
Is this the hill this nigga gonna die on? If this nigga mentioning caressing and bumping them mayo buns one more time. This nigga's serious about them mayo buns, guys. Man, listen. You threatening to take that away? What am I gonna do? Y'all up here stirring all the pot up. He died. It just drowned. Just leave it alone. Dang. I want some white coach. Oh my God. This is hilarious to me. I don't know about y'all. This is crazy.
He's dying.
One thing. Let me ask you this.
Let
me ask you this, Emmanuel.
You can't act like things ain't changed. We ain't died no more for the coochie. Nope. It looks like we are, dude. That's why he's so pressed about not making the scenario. Cause if it come out, it's really pretty much what happened to Nolan. It was over the Katie girl, right? Pretty much. Like, okay, he don't want that to be the case. He does not want to believe that we still out here dying, man, over that white coochie. Just say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. No, I don't believe it. He just drowned. That we ain't died no more over the coochie, man. I'm trying to tell you.
You know why Nolan died or how?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right.
So I'm for an investigation. That's why I said I'm for Al and them coming here and investigating, but
because I want to make sure it's not over no coochie, so I can continue to smear white out all over myself.
What I'm saying is, I don't think he should have led with this strong racial, the same people who killed Emmett Till, and I mean that was almost 100 years ago.
Here he go. That was almost. This boy This guy, he might even be worse than Tay. This guy might even be worse than Tatum on the JG Whitworth side of the game. I want white cooch and I want it now, face ass. This is the Mayo coochie monster. This boy is a flower cooch advocate. A cornstarch cooch advocate. This boy knows all the laws and all the city ordinances and codes since civil rights movements. And one thing he's happy about, gosh darn it, we just don't get killed no more for white girls. We just don't. I refuse to believe that in 2026, somebody would kill me for just wanting some white cooch. This guy is hooked. That milk got him crazy.
Oh, and we're now sleeping with white women, and white men are now sleeping with black women, creating babies with these people, man. I mean,
but that doesn't mean that racism. I think that your idea of
is he really? It's not me, y'all. He keep drilling down on it. We in real life, black people sleeping with these white women's now. I do it all the time. It's real life. Black men sleeping with these white women's. And y'all's just stirring it up. You're messing up all the white coochie. Y'all just messing it up. Because we out here procreating, making a lot of mixed babies. Yes, Trina, he's serious. I didn't know this interview was going to go this way, y'all. I didn't know this what was going on in here. This is nuts. This is crazy. And I like when I profile somebody and I'm like totally right. But he's a way more fanatical than I ever thought. I thought he was just going to touch on the mayo buns and move on. This boy is stuck on that Oscar Mayer wiener. This dude's baloney has a first name. What you talking about?
What racism is. Racism isn't necessarily calling people the N-word or beating them up. It is a system that is based on superiority and history and present and sometimes people who are in relationships with people of a different ethnicity or a different background, they still have not dealt with racial issues. And sometimes, sometimes the love for people of a different ethnicity is a similar love, especially for blacks and whites, all right? Especially of a certain...
That nigga's doing the Birdman hand rub, imagining honey glazed mayo buns right now. Right now. Look at him staring off. He ain't even hearing Don Lemon. He's worried about all this talk that y'all doing that could possibly get in the way of the buns. Straight like that.
Certain generation, it's the same sort of love that you have for a pet, where you are, I'm serious, where you love them, You protect them, you pay for everything, but it doesn't mean it's the same love that you have for a human being. It's kind of that, okay, I understand that. In America, the reason that we have this is because we don't deal in a fulsome way with race. We're not honest about it. And we think that racism is something where it is overt. It's not always overt. And there are people who came up through the civil rights movement and people who were discriminated against, they're still here. And the people who were part of the Klan, there's still there's a huge Ku Klux Klan contingent in this country.
Okay.
There are people who are part of the Proud Boys who said that they're racist. There are people part of the new neo-Nazis. They say they are racist and they are open with it. So, and a lot of that comes from the South, from Louisiana where I am, and from Mississippi. And if you go there, if you know, if I can drive 5 minutes from where you are and find a person who's involved in one of those groups.
Come on now.
And a person who's in that community. So don't tell me that racism is stamped out in Mississippi and where you are because people are sleeping together. First of all, people have urges, and people used to sleep with each other on plantations.
Which is true.
I'm just saying. The master used to sleep with the people on the plantation, women and men.
Right. I mean, I was out. Here's what I want.
That's all about urge. That's a lot about urge, and you know, you need to get your freak on.
And what
I'm
you
just
said
saying some of that.
I think that's slightly different topic than what I was speaking of. Like this Saturday, I was out at dinner, man, and everybody in the restaurant was mixed. I mean, I see a black woman here with a Mexican guy, and they got 2 kids, 16 to 17 years old. I mean,
of course, that happens everywhere.
That's how we are down here.
I know,
nigga. That's how you is. Clearly, what, nigga, brother, my man's. Jeez, actual all of the Louise. If he say one more thing about having children with white women.
That I'm from the South. I've been saying that people in the South, black people and white people integrate more than they do in the North. But that's mostly about socioeconomics. It doesn't mean that racism is solved. It's because basically those people who live together are the same part of the socioeconomic group. So if you are mostly middle class people and you have grown up there, you are going to pretty much be together in the same places. But here in the North, it is about rich people who are all together. Most of them mainly are white because that's sort of, you know, generational wealth. Most black people didn't have the opportunity to do that. But here in the North, it is more polarized than it is in the South.
Right.
The South, I think, used to be segregated, but people are more polarized here in the North than they are in the South.
Now I know you can speak on that better than most, because you're from the South and you've been living all over. You've been living in the North, so I can understand.
Not only am I from the South and living in the North, my family just left here, and we had a long discussion about this, and a long discussion about people who believe that racism is over, or just because people what they're called, there's race mixing. That's what the racists used to call it back. But people who are marrying interracial marriage, they think that racism is over because of that, and it's not. But it doesn't mean that it is as bad as back in Emmett Till. We made progress.
Racist people is going to always be with us. There's nothing you can do about that. That's why Jesus Christ suffered, bled, and died for that very same thing. It's because racist people want to walk amongst you. But
bro, what are you
who really cares about the quiet racist? He's a racist and he's quiet and he don't say nothing about it. He over there. If he not bothering you, he can be racist over there. As long as he don't come and shove it down my throat.
Bro,
I don't care what he is over there, right? He's not affecting me. If he ain't affecting me.
You don't know that.
But
you don't know what that quiet racist is doing. You don't know who he's influencing. You don't know what kids and grandkids he's influencing. You don't know that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
you don't know who he's supporting. Maybe he's sending money to the Klan. You don't know.
But when I'm speaking of quiet, I'm talking about the ones who just keeping it to himself.
Man, shout out to Don. Don, hey man, Don is spitting though. You can tell like stuff about people if they're able to fire it off their head real quick without the thoughts. And he's, and he's slightly emotional and a little bit disturbed and probably annoyed by cuz and Don giving them that work. I am this brother, but not say nothing else. Cause we had kids with him now. You don't get killed for stuff like that. That was back in the Emmett Till days.
You know what I'm saying? If he's quiet with it, I agree with what you're saying right there. I agree with that.
Emmanuel.
If he's helping
Emmanuel.
people be racist, that's a problem. And when I'm speaking,
But how do you know that if he's quiet about it? Quiet is kept. You know what quiet is kept is, right?
Hey.
So hold on. Wait a minute. Let me translate what he's saying for y'all. Sometimes you got to read between the lines. So what he's saying is, well, if I get some white girl to have some interracial kids with her, and long as her parents are quiet with it, now they could be racist. And longer we could be together. I don't care if they don't like me. I don't care if they don't invite me. As long as me and her can be together and have some interracial kids. That's what he's saying. I had to translate that for you.
I'm just saying, man. Bro, if you got a health problem and it don't show, it don't show up on this blood result, then good deal.
Then eventually one day it's going to kill you.
Exactly. Whoa. Good one, Don. Whoa, Don was on the money with that. Good one, bro.
Even if it doesn't show up, even if you don't know about it, it's still going to kill you.
Ooh.
But here's my main thing, though.
Yes.
And I want to speak on what you just said.
Yes, sir.
I believe the world and Hollywood did this to us down here in the South. They have made everybody in the North, East, West think that we're so prejudiced down here.
Here we go.
When none of that is true, man. It is not. It's not saying that there's no prejudiced people here, but you cannot just keep saying that.
How did Hollywood convince people that what happened in the South and what's happening in the South that's real is, how does that Hollywood? Hollywood is just projecting what's happening.
Man, Don is in my whole thought process because I was about to be like, I should have said the same thing. Like, my guy, what do you like?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Because when they make their movies, that's how they show it. They project
movies?
us. Every racial movie, everything
what movies
that come through here.
Did you watch Django?
Yeah, I watched that.
Okay,
yes,
did you think that wasn't real? A lot of this stuff is based on
I'm not saying
truth.
That wasn't real. But
do you remember when we were growing? How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 46.
Do you remember Miss Jane Pittman? Do you remember that story?
Bro,
did you watch Roots in elementary school?
Yes, I did.
All right, so that was Hollywood doing that?
No, listen, man. This is what I'm trying to say. Hollywood will take something that may be true, or Hollywood will take something that's not true and make you think it's true by keep putting that in your head. That's their job. You know?
How are they putting something in your head that is, if it's based on reality or a true story? But So do you think that
might have used to been based on reality?
It might have used to now.
But you cannot keep coming down here telling the world that, listen, man.
No, you can't now listen now. That might have been true then, but it's a new day, baby. We got white girls galore down here, boy. You're trying to mess up the program.
People comment in my comments all day about how racist we are down here. You know, people, we don't move like that. We really, because here's what I think, Don.
You move throughout the trailer parks is what you look like. That's how you move. What is this guy talking? Cause we don't move like that now. We looking for white girls, and that's it. That's it all. All this talk that I don't want to hear. All this talk y'all talking. And where the white girls at?
You should know this better than anybody. Because there was a problem here in Mississippi, a big problem in Mississippi with racism.
Mm-hmm.
These days, try not to step on each other's toes because they don't want it to come across as we still have that problem.
Okay, Emmanuel,
even though they might not want you to marry their daughter, but that's his personal preference. That don't make
I told y'all. Even though they don't want you to marry the daughter now, as long as me and Becky can be together, see, that's what you don't understand. This dude is relentless about them draws. if the daddy's standing in the way, we gonna be together now.
Wait,
Is that not his
did you
personal
just
preference?
say?
If a black man chooses for his daughter to be married to another black man because that's what he is, does that make that black man prejudiced? No,
Yes, it
that's
does.
his preference.
Yes, it
No.
does.
So
Oh my
a
gosh,
person can't prefer
Emmanuel.
something?
Okay, let me tell you what.
Wow.
Uh-oh, did I
He
lose
did
you?
it.
Are you still
No,
there?
I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, I can't see you for some reason. I lost you on the thing. Okay, let me oh, here it is. Let's make sure. It's not, I can't see you. I've lost my
Everything's
thing.
good on my end. So
Yeah, so I'm going to hold on, Emmanuel. I'm going to take a break, Emmanuel.
All right.
And I'm going to come back because I can't see you. I've lost your picture on
We
my
definitely
end.
need a
So we'll
break.
take a break and we'll come back and we'll finish our conversation. I'm going to go out and come back in, Andy.
Now, if we take a whole commercial break and Cuz come back on the cooch,
So we're back.
This boy got a
Emmanuel,
problem.
are you
Yeah.
there? Hopefully you're back. Okay,
I'm
great.
there.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Okay, so Emmanuel, I don't even know where to start when you're talking about someone who doesn't want. Yeah, that's bias. That's prejudice. If someone doesn't want, because it shouldn't be about race. You should be
Appreciate that, Joe.
if you're a father, you should be about who your daughter loves, whether you're a black man, a white man, or whoever. And so to
If you
say that if I don't want my daughter to marry a white man and I'm a black man, yeah, that's bias. That's racial bias.
So you can't have a preference for what cake or what car you prefer? Does that mean that you're prejudiced against?
Well, you can't compare cars. You can't compare cars to people. That's not the same thing.
Well,
come on.
So you're saying people
You're
not
not
allowed to
helping
have
yourself.
a preference?
oh no,
That's
A
that
preference for
don't
what?
mean a
You're
preference
allowed to
for
have
their
a preference,
choice.
but if the preference is based on race, that's problematic.
No,
Because
it may
we're
not.
all humans. If you like people,
But what if-
some people like dark-haired people, some people like light-haired people. But if you
That's true.
discount an entire race, that's racism.
I likes the pink toes now. This nigga right here. Now I likes the pink toes. You saying I can't likes the pink toes? I likes the pink toes. Now you saying it's wrong with the pink toes?
No. If a man says, I want somebody that looks like me or resemble me to marry my daughter, that does not mean that person
That's
is
not your decision.
racist.
That's not your decision.
Yeah, we know it's not his decision.
That's
But
that's
he
not
didn't
the
say
dad's
that.
decision.
I didn't say anything that person would not accept another race come marry
Oh
his
my
daughter.
God.
I'm just saying it does not mean that a person
Emmanuel,
is racist if he wants.
Are you in the
If a
sunken
black man
place?
wants his
Oh my God. This is the greatest interview ever. First of all, Cuz is in my head. Don Lemonade is in my head right now, and I really don't like it because I was just thinking, like, what in the get out is this? Why is he staring off into space? Is there a nigga in there trying to get out? What is wrong with Cuz? Because when you break it down to the basis now, it's just me, white coochie, and that's it. That's all. Now, that's all it is. I'm just trying to simplify it for you. It just that's all you need in your life. Some white coochie. This dude is a serious advocate.
his daughter to marry another black man, that does not make him a racist. And the same with a white guy. If a white
That's
guy
the thing.
wants his
Okay,
daughter
so
to marry a white guy,
look, I'm going to move
that's
on.
not racist.
Let me just say this. I'm going to move on because I want to talk about you.
Okay.
It's exactly what I said to you in the beginning of this. You're too close to it to even understand what it is. First of all, it's not that dad's decision about who his daughter marries. That's the point. That is actually misogyny, right? The fact that you think that you can control or you should control who your daughter marries, and the fact that you don't understand that.
Control it. I didn't say he can control it. She
But-
can pick
oh, God.
that. No, here's where the racism come in. If his daughter brings home a certain person of another race, and then he says, "I don't want him in here," after that's what she chose, yeah, that's racist. I agree with you there.
No.
Oh, so as long as when he come through and they don't act racist to him, then it's all good. They could be racist. They can hide it. I don't care if you hide it. And me and Beckett is going to be together. I don't care. But if you show racism to me when I come over, you better act like you like me. This dude is off the chisang. He has to be studied.
No, that's racism. That's aggression. But him preferring someone of another preferring someone of his race, that is racism. I am preferring someone of my own race. That is the definition of racism. Now, if he gets aggressive with the other guy, that's aggression and violence. But to say, if you look up the definition of racism, it is preferring, in that definition, someone of your own race.
So when are you allowed to have a preference?
I gotta go. You can't have a preference. Everybody has a preference, but that's not race.
We know what my preference is now. When you allowed to have a preference? When we allowed to have the white girls? That's what I want to know.
Racism.
But racism is totally different than a preference. If he prefers,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Like even like.
Oh my gosh! I'm not going to go on with this. I'm going to send you someone who can talk to you better about this. And it's Eddie Glott. I'm going to give you your number. But I think that you're too close to it, that you don't understand, and people there don't understand what actual racism is because they're too close to it. It's not sleeping with someone. It's not having mixed kids. That's all. That is not.
Man, shout out to Don Lemon. Now you say what you want about him, but he not biting his tongue with his white husband at home. Okay, say what you want, but he's saying it like it is to this the highest esteemed member of the coonocracy I've ever seen. This dude. Coonerary meter is off the chain.
You are in the whole other realm.
He prefers not to date a black woman. He prefers to marry an Asian woman. So does that make him prejudiced against black people?
Yes, it makes him prejudiced against black women.
Huh? If his mother and sister is black, that's his preference that he chooses to like Asian women.
Yes,
or
that's what racism is.
Or Indian women.
That's what racism is. That's the definition of racism.
In there.
Well, I guess we got a different definition of racism.
No, see, that's the whole thing.
That you out there trying to kill us. And systemic racism. I agree with that.
Racism is you out here trying to kill us. So as long as I get to be with your daughter and you ain't trying to kiss me, you can call me all the niggas you want, because me and Becky gonna do this. Me and Becky gonna do this. As long as you ain't trying to kill me, me and Becky gonna do this. This guy is committed. This boy's committed.
That's violence. That's violence, and that is breaking the law. Racism. Who is that noise? Racism is exactly.
That's you, Don.
Notifications.
Oh, that's
no,
him?
That's not me. Yeah, that's him. That racism is exactly what you said. That is. That's racism. Okay, now let's move on. Okay, so let's move on because we're not going to solve that here.
At least we're having a good time, man.
I'm having a good time because you keep making the argument against yourself every time you open your mouth, and I'm wondering. I'm like, are you in the sunken place? I think you might be in the sunken place, Emmanuel. I think you're in the sunken place. Okay, look, I've got a quickly. I have to get off because I have an 11 o'clock appointment. However, I'm going to bring in our correspondent Daniel Grimes, who actually called you to do the interview. Daniel, real quickly because you have to get off. This is fascinating, right?
Fascinating, and I want to pivot because a lot of this conversation has focused on the one area that I feel like Don, you and Emmanuel disagree. But let's pivot back because Emmanuel, you and I chatted, and you said. Right. You've spoken to the kids there. You've spoken to, Nolan's family, and you know both sides to this. So can you just speak a little bit about? I think a lot of people want to know. Those kids are not talking. You've talked to them. What is their theory on what happened to Nolan?
Well, I'm gonna tell you what they told me this past Friday night. They said they don't know what happened, but they do believe in their heart that something happened to him.
I don't believe nothing you said, bro. Because all while they was talking to you was thinking about male cooch. I don't believe nothing you say.
And they said they don't really want to talk to people anymore. And I was glad you brought that in because I was going to mention this to Don a second ago. They saying that they don't like the way that the reason why they really don't want to give interviews anymore. They don't like the way that the outside people has been treating Black Mississippians.
This dude is making up stuff as he goes along. I don't know what Cuz is talking about at this point. Who is he making the argument for talking about they don't like the way they was treating Black Mississippians? If that was the case, then they wouldn't like the way that Nolan's mom is being treated with her medical practice. What is he talking about?
I'm just telling you what they say. They say they're not believing what we're saying. They think that we this racist place down here, and so we don't really want to give them interviews anymore. That's exactly what was told to me this past Friday night.
But going back to your point, so you said that they think something happened to Nolan.
Yeah.
What do they think happened?
You said he said they don't know what happened, but what are do they have any ideas? Are they giving you any theories?
Yeah, they were there.
No, one of them told me that they gave to the police about a week or so ago.
Wait a minute. Did y'all see that beard, Pat? Wait a minute. Did y'all see that beard, Pat? It was a lot of moisture in that beard, Pat. A lot of moisture. That was like patting my head after I got fresh bundles with the scarf on, Pat, to the beard. Did y'all see that? That wasn't a manly scruff through my beardly scruff. Did y'all see that? Wait a minute. I picked up on something. Hold on. Wait.
But going back to your point, so you said that they think something happened to Nolan.
Yeah.
What do they think happened?
You said he said they don't know what happened, but what are do they have any ideas? Are they giving you any theories?
Yeah, they were there.
Look at that.
One of them told me that
what's that
to the police about a week or so ago. The last two people Nolan was seen with, one was a girl, one was a guy, and I won't be giving their names, of course, because I don't need nobody trying to sue me. But that's what I was told, that it was a guy and a girl that they was last seen with on the island. And I want to say this too about the lady that took that video and chopped it up and was able to pull up. If that video is true, Don and Daniel, if that video there is true, it's a lot of people in trouble in Ocean Springs. It's a lot of people voices on there. Now, a lot of people are debunking it, saying that she's lying, it's AI, it's wrong. Where she got that straight from, I think it was on YouTube. She said she pulled it off of YouTube from the towing company, whatever.
From Nancy Grace.
She wasn't. Look, she's not here to defend herself. But what she did say, but as she was putting the video out, is that this is my interpretation. It should not be the only interpretation, and it should not be taken as fact,
paid off. It sounds
like 100% fact. So I think she,
Mr. B Love.
I think she made her case. But I don't think people are believing that. People are having confirmation bias about what they're hearing or not hearing on the tape. Some people say, I don't hear anything. And some people legitimately don't hear anything. Right. And some people do. So
one thing I think that she did say was the name Bart. Well, she heard that from somewhere because she don't know nobody out there. And it was a Bart out there. So it may be some credence to what she's saying. You know what I'm saying?
It was a Bart out there. Not the Bart you niggas is talking about. It was a Bart out there though. I know, because I was looking for white women right by the side, but did you hear that little slickness? There was a Bart out there. Yeah, he paid off. Yep, he got a couple dollars. Yep. It's a fish. It's a fish. Yep. Yep, it's a fishy. Yep, they gave him a couple bucks.
Will
One
do. So
one
go
thing
on,
I
sorry.
think that she did say was the name Bart. Well, she heard that from somewhere because she don't know nobody out there, and it was a Bart out there, So it may be some credence to what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm hearing is Bart's father is suing people for slander, and according to the black guys that was around in the surrounding situation, they cleared Bart.
So you've
And
talked.
According to the black guys, the black peoples that was around, I heard through the grapevine. Dude, nigga, what is you talking about? Do y'all hear? Do you hear this dude? According to the black guy, said nobody ever said that phrase. According to the black guys, Bart was clear. That's the line you had to deliver, my guy. He probably got that written on a whiteboard in front of him. It's crazy.
saying, you know what I'm saying? Because what I'm hearing is Bart's father is suing people for slander, and according to the black guys that was around in the surrounding situation, they cleared Bart.
So you've talked to people who know Bart?
Yeah, and they were black. These were black guys.
Did I mention
And
they
were
were
they out
black?
on Horn Island, or how are they able to clear Bart?
This particular black guy, he was at the house that night, and he did see Nolan car keys on the table.
They were black now. Did I mention they were black? I said they were black, wasn't it? This nigga. They need to get their money back because this nigga's garbage. They need to get their money back.
Situation, they cleared Bart.
So you've talked to people who know Bart?
Yeah, and they were black. These were black guys.
And were they out on Horn Island, or how are they able to clear Bart?
This particular black guy, he was at the house that night, and he did see Nolan car keys on the table. That's what he told me.
He was out at the house July 4th night.
Right.
On the card on the you said he saw his keys on the table.
Right.
Where back at their apartment.
At one of them house. Yes, back at one of them house. I don't know whose house they was at.
Is it in Ocean Point? Where do they live?
Ocean Springs.
Ocean Springs. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
But I don't know no more details on that. That's just what I was told. And I'm just repeating what I'm told, and take it with a grain of salt or take it however you want to,
Well, then why say it then, my guy? And why be so particular according to particularly according to face ass?
What do you think happened?
Let me tell you something. I've been asked that question so many times, even on other national radio talk shows and whatnot. I can't, it's so much stuff coming out, so many different variables, man. I can't say what happened, and I'm not willing to say what I think partially happened. But it's a movie, a Netflix series. I believe it's called Your Honor. I don't know if you ever seen that, but if you haven't, you'll see it. It's real life. If something did happen, I got to go back to that lady's video. If that is the truth, then we looking at a lot of cover up here.
Okay, I give him that. Shout out to Money Mike. Money Mike said, I bet you he didn't cut any of his white friend hair. I bet you he didn't. I bet you he did. He barely cut Nolan hair. He ain't know the nigga since he was 5 or 6. You can stop with that. This dude right here is something.
But here's the other side to this. I know the sheriff.
Do you?
I know Mike.
You know Ledbetter.
Right. I know Mike Ezell. He was the sheriff, and he's now a sitting congressman. It's hard for me to believe those guys gonna turn a blind eye when they if it was any foul play. I just don't see that man walking away. Now,
Oh, you're so garbage. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Now, you know, Ledbetter. That's right. I knows the sheriff. Mm-hmm. And I just I just cannot see them turning no type of blind eye to no damn racism now. Not as many as white girls as I get. Somebody gonna say something about some racism. This nigga right here, man.
did he speak prematurely? I believe once they found his body, I believe it looked like a drowning when you first take a look at it. But what sparked suspicion is when the mom, Christine, started making phone calls about what happened to my son.
No, oh no, he's paid. I thought you was their friend. But now the mom's suspicious. Look at these Trojan horses, y'all. Started out with the glare in his eye, talking about when he used to cut Nolan hair, and we used to ask him what his name was, and he used to say Nolan Wells. See this little snake in the grass ass bastard. He's the worst kind. Y'all see this? Now he done flipped all on the mom, but nigga, you on the show because you supposed to be a family friend. Oh, he's terrible.
Now, did he speak prematurely? I believe once they found his body, I believe it looked like a drowning when you first take a look at it.
Now, what?
What sparked suspicion is when the mom, Christine, started making phone calls about what happened to my son, how this happened, whatever. Then she started getting mom is the word. Well, that sparked suspicion. Well, that is a problem now. Now, the sheriff did already put out his statement that they believed it was a drowning because that's at the first initial eyesight. And Don, I'm gonna say this to you, and Daniel.
Shut up.
This case has taken on its own thing that nobody believed would have ever happened. And I believe if we had to start this case over, I believe you'll see a whole nother different case. You know, we all Monday morning quarterbacking. Even the sheriff, everybody that's involved. I don't believe that Ben Crump and Al would come down to Mississippi and say the same things and act the way they did. Because if you notice, he changed his stance. He changed up how he conducted himself.
What is you talking about, my guy? If them folks paid you anything, they need a refund. You better be saying all of this out of the dumbness of your brain. Because this is, let me bring that back. Maybe he said something I didn't understand. Let me get, because I was listening intently.
Son, how this happened, whatever. Then she started getting mom is the word. Well, that sparked suspicion.
Okay.
Well, that is a problem now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the sheriff did already put out his statement.
Right.
That they believed it was a drowning.
Okay.
Because that's at the first initial eyesight. And Don, I'm gonna say this to you, and Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
This case has taken on its own thing that nobody believed would have ever happened. And I believe if we had to start this case over, I believe you'll see a whole nother different case. You know, we all Monday morning quarterbacking. Even the sheriff, everybody that's involved.
So you're saying since all you Negroes got involved and high profile celebrities and internet sleuths and black people refusing to not stop speaking about the case, we would have had a whole nother case. And the case that we would have had was it was an accidental drowning, nothing to see here, everybody go home. Wow, this dude is interesting.
I don't believe that Ben Crump and Al would come down to Mississippi and say the same things and act the way they did. because if you notice, he changed his stance. He changed up how he
Do
conducted
you
himself.
ever know? You don't know Al Sharpton.
Well, here's what I'm saying.
I think that they would handle it the same. But anyway, go on. Go on. I don't want to argue about it. Go on.
Right when Al came to the funeral, when Ben Crump come down here and did a press conference in our city right next to me,
What?
he was saying, let's wait on the facts and the evidence. See, Don, you being a powerful black man, you could actually help the atmosphere down here in South Mississippi.
You want me to come down?
Say again?
You want me to come down there?
I was going to invite you down. I wanted you to see how we live as people down here.
Look at all the white women's
Here together. They call me. I'm going to take you around. The other
Well,
thing I want you to do to calm the climate,
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing I think you could help us do if Don were to go down, and another reason why I feel like your voice and your perspective is important is because you know Sheriff Ledbetter, and when we chatted, you said, listen, I don't think Sheriff Ledbetter would hide things for anybody, but also you acknowledged that what a lot of people are acknowledging, which is Ashley Cole is a prominent judge in the area, and they all know each other, and it very well is a possibility that they are covering something up. Can you speak to that as well?
Well, you just never know, man. People that know one another, they know one another. Could it be? And I hate to stand on the soapbox and say he ain't gonna do nothing wrong because he's human. John could be flawed. He can do something wrong that he regret, and he can do something wrong.
This nigga is excusing him, even the thought of him doing something wrong. This dude is pitiful. He's excusing the thought of the white man doing something wrong. This guy is incredible.
So I'm not going to take that aspect away from him and just say, oh, he's Jesus Christ. I can't do that because he's not Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? We all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. So is it possible? Yes, it is possible. But to ask me, I don't believe that they would cover anything up. Because I'm going to tell you something. The FBI is involved. The FBI does not have a problem with arresting a sitting judge. And if Ms. Cole knew something and she played a part in aiding and abetting, she's looking at jail time. And
I would say that you were right about the FBI if we weren't in this place with where Kash Patel is leading and that where the FBI is doing whatever this administration wants them to do. But listen, Emmanuel, I would like for you to come back and we can finish this conversation, but I must go right now. It is urgent that I go because I have a very important thing.
Hey, Don, I appreciate you having me on, man. I want you to come on down here, man, and I'm going to feed you and I'm going to take you around. We're going to go talk.
We're going to look at some white girls.
And watch how the people run up to you and hug you and shake your hand,
I already know that.
And a lot of them going to be white people.
He's trying to take Don around so he can get some white chicks. He wants to floss Don around the town so he can get some white chicks. That's it. At the end of the day, come on down, let me take you around, and let's go cruise some white chicks.
A lot of them don't be white people, Don.
Always, wherever I go, those are always the ones, especially the ones who hate me. They're the first ones to come up and want pictures. But I'm surprised that you think I don't know how you live.
No, you from Baton Rouge. That's why I'm kind of surprised that you're kind of not where I'm at, you know? But I know
I'm not where you are because I grew up there, and the reason that I left is because I needed to be a whole person and I needed to have a perspective that was different than the perspective I grew up with. I was taught a lot of things by older people, by my elders, by my parents that turned out not to be true. And as I have, and where I am now, that some distance and I can look back at things and I have some history behind me, I understand what living in Baton Rouge is about. I understand living in the South is about. I understand thinking that racism is something else than what it is. So, and thinking that just because people are mixing and having kids together and that therefore that, you know, we don't live in a racist environment here, or that because someone is not overtly saying the N-word or trying to stop people that there isn't a racist environment there. Of course it is. and it's all illnesses that will kill you. I got to run. Okay,
I understand black people like
me.
All we want to do is keep the peace and calm things down, and we don't want to put this narrative out there of hate and racism. We want to make sure don't nobody else get killed behind this type of behavior.
Well, I'm not that kind of black person.
Y'all want me to put that in subtitles for you? Basically what he's saying, people like me, we don't like to talk about racial issues, so y'all need to go ahead and push this out the news cycle because it is hindering me from getting some mayo buns. Now, y'all can do what you want to do, just don't come down to my city stirring up all that mess because it's white girls to be getting, so it's white girl to be gotten. You understand me?
I want to bring things to the fore. I want people to know what's up. I don't want to pretend. I don't think we should be having people saying, look, we don't want to do that. We're not trying to rile people up. Yeah, rile people up. Get them to understand.
But
that's
you got
how
to rile them up saying the right things. You can't just rile them up saying racist,
the only way that you grow is through discomfort. The only way that you change is changing the law and forcing people to change. It doesn't come from like, hey, I don't want to cause any problems, and let's just keep the peace and keep the status quo, and don't have these outside agitators coming in telling us how to live.
Listen, gentlemen, I think we should.
All right,
but don't
look, I want to go.
Emmanuel, Don.
Yeah, look, you can find out all the truth that you want. Just don't make it Rachel so I can get a Rachel. I can't get no Rachel if you keep making it racial now. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, man. Everything is fine, but every now and then I need some swine, brother. Come on now. This is a funny interview.
This is a great conversation. I think we should continue.
I got it, Daniel. I got it. Daniel, I got it. I've been doing this for 35 years. I got it. All right. Okay. Thank you, Daniel.
Come down.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Emmanuel. We'll go down. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, guys. All right, so look, guys, thank you all for watching today. I really do have an appointment. I'm already almost 10 minutes late for it.
All right, well, get your ass on there. Dude, come on now, y'all. Come on now, y'all. Come on now, y'all. What was that about, y'all? What's going on? I'm just saying. Now listen now. I don't care what you do. It don't matter to me now. Y'all can fight for all that justice stuff. Look. Stop making it racial. Dang. I'm trying to get some white women's. Shit. That's crazy. Look, okay. So I'm gonna let y'all pick. Since y'all on here. I done knocked out the dilemma joint. Now, if you ready for some real nonsense, I'm talking about really real deal nonsense. I got the Jason Whitlock joint, right? With the Amy girl, and she was talking about the black girl that did the audio, and now I'm talking about they over there just, you could imagine what Jason Whitlock and this Amy chick is saying. So I got that one, right? Hold on. Matter of fact, let me show y'all real quick. Give you a little background. I'm trying to work now. I'm trying to put the work in now. That was amazing though. That I could have never imagined that interview would have turned out such. That is the biggest proponent of mayo buns of the 21st century. That guy. There has never been a more staunch advocate of mayo buns ever in the history. That boy. Ah, my God. So, okay, so we got the people because there's a lot of stuff going on over there on the Nolan Wells side of the game. We can do that. Or, right? Or I think where did I have? I had one with Jason Whitlock. Look, matter of fact, excuse me. I didn't know which way I was gonna go with it. So the thing had spit out a couple different versions, but I had landed on the Jason Whitlock joint. Why it ain't coming up? Oh, okay, there we go. So Jason Whitlock and your girl, Sarah Fields. See, I had to make some changes and all of that. Y'all see how it going behind, just a little behind the scenes. So what y'all want? Y'all want the Whitlock, or y'all want the updates on the Nolan Wells joint? And I got a couple super chats I'm counting, because if I get the amount, just couple more super chats, then we're gonna do a late night little crime on the late night tip, boy. Cause we've been kicking it on the late night on the crime side now. Y'all want to join me in the heat of the night type side of the game, boy? Oh, thanks for the laughs. You know how we do, Chris? They say the Whitlock. Trina say the updates. Got 2 for the Whitlock. BATL, what up? 404 in the dough. Play the Whitlock joint. Killer Candace say now. Put the needle to the record, boy. Nah. Oh, y'all ready for some friction? Yeah, this joint ought to be this Whitlock joint ought to be crazy. Yeah. This Whitlock joint ought to be crazy. And because she was talking about Sarah Fields over there talking about Shorty and all of that. But that's all right. All right, well then that's where we're gonna go. And then we'll do the Nolan. Wait a minute. Play the Whitlock. Said update on the Nolan Wells. Man, it's almost hold on, man. Y'all got to break it's almost looking like somewhat sort of kind of like a tie. Come on, y'all. What you doing now? I'm trying to do it for the people now. I'm trying to do it for the people now. Come on now. I'm trying to break it down for the people on the people side. I'm going to do both of them anyway. Look, I'm doing both of them anyway. So bet that. All right, let me see what time it is, and I can tell y'all what time I can schedule. Okay, it is 7:21. So if I hurry up and do it right now, I can be back by 8 o'clock. You dig? All right, let's do it then, because I only got 8 minutes to move. Y'all know what I got for you. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm a mojo just coach about being on code. You know I got 4 words. I need you to go ahead and subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you care about getting black empowerment everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that we are on, Jones. And just to bring it all the way home, I got love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the doha for Shoha. You already know.